Yo, let's do this. Now picture homie rolling. Let me offer my condolence. You don't know just how I'm doing. And the silence gold, I'm broke cause they know him for talking fluent. Got him under the influence, the truest for talking to him. With a Kanye ego bumping him out music, I'm eschewing. I just doing good a day, gonna have to get explicit. I got love for rappers like I do for my fucking ex-bitches. And I got that pass, though I'm gonna ask permission if I could kick it. Checking the repertoire, I got that rep on par with the best who did it. I just get it how I'm living. Shout out to the ones that with them. Think that I wanted to ransom with ends gold dog when I'm in the building. And it kind of ironic, who would've thought that I'd be the hottest? Never came close to being no bitch, but you know Snow was the fucking product. Tell me who won it? Not what you wanted, bound to be iconic. Baby, you got it. Let me get that love and that's 100, checking the proof on it. When I'm in the spot and I catch the feeling, raising the roof on it. You know that we going about the head. Hey, yeah, y'all ain't ready. Blaze up the whole damn city. Whoa, 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 nah, nah, nah. Get up, I know y'all hear me. Show love when I'm in your city. Whoa, 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 nah, nah, nah. I did it for the 530, did it for the West Coast, did it better than most, did it with a little soul, couldn't do it alone, so I did it for the squad, now we doing the toes. You know I did it for Detroit, that's why they see me hustle hard. I got the drive and muscle cars and work ethic of my father. Y'all respect him cause you gotta, love to hate him, but you oughta know you gotta give him props for the way he kept on riding. Now it's fire, 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 I'ma burn it down. These haters all can get the noose, they plan on hanging around. I'm letting loose, when they see me they ain't making a sound. I'm living proof, they turning on you, we been holding it down, but still I put on for my city, man, I put on for my city. Yo, what put on, I suggest you paying dues and you getting busy. Ain't the one to put on anyone that hasn't been riding with me. Whether they friends or they enemies, gonna have to miss me, dog. We bout to head. Hey, yeah, y'all ain't ready. Blaze up the whole damn city. Whoa, 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 nah, nah, nah. Get up, I know y'all hear me. Show love when I'm in your city. Whoa, 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 nah, nah, nah.
Welcome to Forever, man. Let's go. Come on. This forever. No surrender. Yeah. You know that this right here forever. Go. And there will be no surrender.
Now allow me to reintroduce myself. They call me J.O.N. to the easy E-N. Know that we undefeated. Y'all are beneath them speeches trying to air a grievance. But his lines are overhead, better check the air for clearance. Call the tower, this is ours. Clear the heat, the air apparent. Really, I've never been better. Legacy, this is forever. All the more times I've been severed. I'm raising the bar, you can go ahead and measure. Think about time for a toast. Time that we welcome to go. Yo, we'll just leave it. I think about time that somebody go get them their coat. You know I got all that anthem. Come back, ain't what you call that add-on. Got anthems and bands with masters. Getting them rights like my name was Miranda. I ain't bigger dead than alive. I ain't bigger dead than alive. One more time. This is forever. Remember the legend, he never gon' die. Yeah.
I ain't bigger dead than alive. Bigger dead than alive. I ain't bigger dead than alive. Dead than alive. Yeah. I ain't bigger dead than alive. Bigger dead than alive.
Just making sure that you know why. Because this is forever. And there will be no surrender. Yeah.
Come on. Here we go.
You know that this right here forever. No surrender. It's forever. You know this right here forever. No surrender. It's forever. You know this right here forever. I am just leaving a legacy. I am the one that they paid us. Got something to say to me, say it. You know I've been waiting so patiently. This is my legacy. Y'all don't believe me, then wait. Basically, I have been running things. You can just go on and take a seat. Yeah. Loving they hated me, put that on everything. Not on my level. You can't be the enemy. This is the plan that we showing them anyway. Hit up the lawyers and give them the NDA. Woo. This is the brand new. This is the brand new. Nothing you can do. Nothing you can't do. And there ain't no thing that you'll be taking from me. Man, that came from nothing. Made it something. Name is buzzing. Call me Ryan Gosling. Hey, gon' know that they gonna love me more when I'm gone or retired. The throne, the kind of things that I'm gonna be feeling like a god. Because this is forever. And there will be no surrender. Yeah. right here forever. No surrender, it's forever. You know, this right here forever. No surrender, it's forever. You know, this right here forever.
I ain't bigger dead than alive, bigger dead than alive. I ain't bigger dead than alive, dead than alive, yeah. I ain't bigger dead than alive, bigger dead than alive,
Making sure that you know why, because this is
Really, I never been better. Legacy, this is forever. Really, I never been better. Legacy, this is forever. Really, I never been better. The legacy live on forever. Yo, remember the legend and know that he never surrendered.
Because this is forever. And there will be no surrender. Yeah. You know that this right here forever. No surrender. It's forever. You know this right here forever. No surrender. It's forever. You know this right here forever.
Well, look who's here. I can see each and every one of you in the mind's eye. Welcome to Show and Tell Live, a weekly comedy improv stream where you know about as much of what's happening as I do. But of course, I cannot do it alone, so let's welcome the rest of our mysterious lads. First and foremost, all of their magic is real, even when it's on the stage. It's Alex.
Hello, and welcome to a show that will shock and amaze you, as long as you all pay the upfront ticket price.
Up next, a gentleman who set all of the rabbits to live in a big magical hat where no magicians could get their greedy paws on them ever again. It's Max.
Big magic hat. They're safe now.
Alrighty, not the literary reference I was making. Of course, an individual who they only call the magic hands. It's Dan.
It's only because I can make rabbits disappear very quickly.
This is not how I intended to start this show, but that's improv, baby. And last but not least, an individual whose greatest magic trick is not showing up to the performance in the first place. It's Steve.
Guys, I'm just here to educate you. I think magicians are running an illegal rabbit trafficking ring. Where do you think the rabbits are coming from? They're all in the hat in a cage. We gotta free the rabbits. Think about it.
This is not how I intended to start the show.
Welcome to Of Show and Tell, our prestige X of Mice and Men stream.
Wow.
If we're the men, where are the mice?
They're gonna go to mice
Algernon?
after they're done with the rabbits.
We've cracked the code.
Free the bunnies. Could not agree more. But let's figure out what is happening in the world tonight. And the best way to do that is to contact your horoscope. So we're going to need some horoscopes in the chat. Let's go ahead and get some star signs. Where are star signs? We got any Aquarii? Who needs a little advice in future soothsaying tonight?
Yeah, we're gonna give. Oh, John Galt, thank you for the
Thank you for the subscription.
Hello.
So thanks for being here. Yeah. So what? Who needs some psychic readings? This is your chance. You don't need to read the newspaper or the Yellow Pages, which, as we know, infamously has many horoscopes in it.
Classic yellow paper.
Classic
As if
Yellow
you know how to
Pages.
read it right.
You gotta turn it upside down.
It's much like reading bones in a fire. Some psychics or mediums specialize in reading your fortune from Yellow Pages.
It's like you choose a number at random, like 9, and then you read every 9th word on a certain page, and it tells you how you're gonna die.
Yeah, alchemists have been hiding their notes forever in text. And what is a Yellow Pages other than a bunch of numbers that create a mathematical formula for you to solve and then crack and then decipher it It's
True.
clear yellow pages have the Philosopher's Stone in them.
My mom always said, life is like a book of phone numbers.
You never know which one you're gonna get.
You never know who you're gonna call.
That's why you have the book and never mind. We're gonna start with a Leo. JMLD wrote Leon, but I think they meant Leo.
All
So
right.
let's start there.
Here we go.
Dan, why don't you start us off?
Okay. Your future?
Will be
Not happy,
If you
Continue to.
Keep talking.
to me.
but if
I am
Near you.
You must.
Run fast.
because I
will find
You. And.
Your family.
It is foretold!
Stars! All right.
Yeah, watch out, Leos.
Yeah.
We see you.
The stars are
Don't-
coming for you.
Don't talk to me, but I will murder you. Let's do Aquarius.
Keep them coming. Just throw as many astral signs as you want in there.
Honestly, they don't even have to be real astral signs.
Yeah, next one we're gonna do is the gamer. Because
Yeah, we're gonna do the gamer. That one's
No,
for Scott.
I think they do need to be real ones. Because we have them show up in the middle of us, don't we?
Yeah, well.
We'll figure it out.
That's Dan's problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a damn problem.
Yeah, that's a Dan problem. We got it.
Ugh. Steve.
Tonight you
will be
In trouble.
We are
Your friends.
please don't
stop doing
That thing
that we
Taught you.
we love
you when
a Leo
enters the
Room which
we live.
if they
are walking
then run
towards them.
Do not.
help them.
it is foretold.
Nice stars! You
Sorry,
poor
Leos.
Leos.
Not a good week for you.
Yeah, nobody's on your side. All right, let's do the bull one.
The bull one.
how it was
Taurus? Okay.
You mean to afford?
There have
Never been.
Two people.
Who are
More unlike
a Leo
Then Sagittarius.
On the
first night
of winter.
when you
Go walking.
outside in
the cold.
Stay warm
and don't
Ever look.
at a
Leah or
you die.
it is foretold.
5 stars! Oh no. All rabbits are Leos. It is known. Leos. Poor Leos. Alright, we'll do one more. For Aries. I don't think we did Aries yet. Last one for Aries.
Aries are
Wonderful people.
they love
to dance.
But when
they find
Their shoes.
are worn
They will
always have
A spare.
Pair of.
shoes in
Their closet.
don't think
That when
Their neighbors.
scream at
You for
dancing loudly
that they
Are jealous.
they are
Leos and
will die.
it is foretold.
By stars.
oh.
All right, I think we're done with this game.
All right, back to just regular old times.
Hello and welcome. This just in. I'm Justin.
Also, Justin, I'm also happy to be here.
Our first story, breaking news. It turns out that pizza toppings are forever going to be limited to just 2 toppings per pizza. If you decide to get a 3rd topping, you will have to get a separate pizza.
Also in breaking news, we've just received word that the US government is now trying to negotiate with oceans to be less wet. So far, we haven't been unable to find a suitable diplomat, but people are scuba diving off the Gulf Coast looking for such a representative.
In more breaking news, Carly Rae Jepsen denounces her middle name, saying that 3 names is just too many.
And we've also just received word, they've gone back into the ocean, and now they have found a representative. It turns out Atlantis is real.
It seems that while Atlantis thought to be a sunken city, turns out it was actually a city underwater this whole time. Where, you might ask? Well, it was on the edge of the Mariana Trench, right next to a sunken submarine.
We have details coming in that submarine is one of James Cameron's earlier prototypes. Apparently, he just left it there and forgot where he put the keys. As such, we were able to go inside and find original copies of unreleased films.
It was alleged that this submarine was a part of the filming process for the 4th Avatar movie. Although our sources couldn't confirm it right away, as we're combing through the films, it does seem like a likely prospect.
Interestingly, upon viewing that film, we actually were able to find, instead of going further beyond 3D, he reverted back to 1D. The entire movie is one black dot.
While viewers may be confused about where exactly the plot goes or how it progresses in one dimension, James Cameron, when asked for comment, said, "Don't worry, I'm sure they'll get it by the time it comes out."
What has been fascinating is apparently this is the first piece of American cinema to ever make it to the lost city of Atlantis, which has become a smash success. In fact, they've invented the term blockbuster down there, coincidentally the same as our own.
Unfortunately for Atlanteans, they did not start a blockbuster movie rental chain. In that regard, they instead decided to go with Filibuster, which is named after a fillet of fish that they found after being sunk into the bottom of a nearby McDonald's.
They have no sense of our American government system, and therefore the term filibuster unfortunately doesn't translate to that of our own, although they do have an elected Senate, which they claim is not political.
This misunderstanding of our government system has made negotiations for the wetter ocean more difficult, and we'll be looking into just what those repercussions will be as the news progresses.
In the meantime, we're going to go back to the pizza, but thank you for being here.
I'm Justin, and this has been Justin with Justin and
Also.
Sorry we get interrupted by the news.
Yeah, you can't help it. You know, it's one of those button things.
Important stories, you gotta keep the people informed.
You gotta keep the
That's
people
true.
informed. Yeah. So, how's everyone's week been? Anything exciting happen? Anything new and that you'd like to share with the class?
Yeah, well, while we were rehearsing earlier, I'm allowed to say that, right? That's not part of the NDA.
Yeah, that's fine. You're good.
Okay, yeah. While we were rehearsing our scripts earlier, I told you guys about this, but chat, I applied to 2 graduate programs today.
Hey.
More to come, but today was the first 2.
How many
Champ.
are you looking to apply to?
4.
So you're 50% finished. The math. Wow, what a great time to be alive. Anyone else got anything exciting? Max, I see a glimmer of hope in your eyes.
Oh, yeah, I'm acting.
Technically more than 50% finished. I'm back.
Did you jump in and out, Steve?
Hello?
Yeah, hey, Steve.
Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Did you hear me scream?
No,
I think you
Okay,
cut out
never-
for a second.
Do you want to hear me scream?
not particularly.
Do you
If
want
I'm
me
being
to
honest?
Did you hear me scream? You want to hear me do it again?
Yeah, no, I only got a couple more essays to write. So yeah, more than 50% of the way done.
That's awesome.
How do you?
great.
I have a question for chat. How do you drop a pizza and it stands upright?
It's one of
I
those
think it
things
just-
where
I
you.
think it seemed like it landed with the toppings up, but I refuse to accept that as the reality.
Like,
of it.
you know how you
Okay.
can sometimes get a coin to land on its side? It's
Like
like that.
Can you get a coin to land on its side?
I
Yes, you
don't.
can.
I don't think it's even that deep. I think it's just like the Sicilian slice. You know how they're squares? I think they just had a Sicilian pizza and it landed on one of its sides.
Do you ever think they should make
Oh,
Sicilian
Sicilian
pizza
slice.
like a cube, and then you have like a pizza dice?
Hey, we just got
like an
followed by
arrow
the Fifth
straight
Element
into the brain.
podcast.
Oh, thank you.
Hey,
Pleasure.
thanks, Fifth Element.
You missed,
Aw.
you missed our totally accurate horoscopes.
Yep.
Mhm.
Lots of interesting things happening in here. Someone got a bagel for National Bagel Day. Didn't know it was National Bagel
Oh.
Day. It's pretty exciting. And yeah, and someone approved 100 training classes. Do work, get paid. Yeah, that's
Hey.
the motto.
Nice.
Oh my god, I just realized I left a croissant at Starbucks this morning.
Oh no.
Oh, that's a bad feeling.
Oh,
I'm
no.
sorry, Steve.
Oh, you said it's National Bagel Day. I went, I almost got a bagel today. Instead, I got a croissant. And then I went, wait.
What, you just now realized you left it there?
Oh man.
I left
Oh,
without
no.
it.
Oh no.
Oh
Brutal.
boy.
So sad.
It's okay. I didn't really need it. I was just doing the thing where you get extra points.
Oh.
It's okay.
Mm.
At least you're not the
You gotta-
parents from Home Alone. It's okay.
That's true.
Be worse.
I also I like that Crab Stars picked up on your pizza cube. I think we should call it a Rubik's food. I think
Ooh.
that's what we should.
Yeah, I honestly like you roll it. Each side has a different topping on it, right? You roll it, whichever side it lands on, you take a bite from that side, you roll it again, and you do that until it's all gone.
Okay,
Yeah.
and our chain has to just be called dice, right?
Yeah. Yeah, to combat dominoes.
Exactly.
Well, it's funny you say that because when this is the first week I had at my new job, and part of what most of what my job does is they send out like very specialized emails using AI like copywriting, which is very cool. But to test whether or not I was good enough to have my job, they gave me a sample data set, and they're like, we anonymized it, so it could be from any company. And then I reading it, having lived across the street from a Domino's, was immediately like, oh, this is from Domino's. I used to get a lot of these emails, so I know what they look like. So when I went to present it, I wanted to like let them know that I was smart enough to figure out what company it was, but didn't want to make them uncomfortable. So I was like, I will now be presenting my data set from Dicinos, and I made up like MS Paint Domino's logo, but it was a dice, a die.
Zen rocks!
Oh,
Zen!
Rocks,
Bye-bye.
welcome.
Thanks for the
Thanks for
raid.
being here.
Great hype.
Plus a sub? Thanks, Zen.
Wow.
Oh, you are too good.
Too kind, too kind.
Hey, Zen. Zen, you've got a lot of us talking about playing Minecraft here again soon. So everyone keep an eye out for
Oh, yeah.
spiciness coming from that. I don't know how much we're allowed to say, but very excited. Very excited.
Oh, yeah,
But let's go ahead and welcome readers. This is Show Until Live. We're a weekly comedy improv stream. chock full of shenanigans, and I don't know. That's mostly it. But
Just
yeah,
shenanigans.
just shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
But up to the
Fly with
brim
it.
In
with
the
them.
meantime-
We are chock full, yeah.
Just so full, and we want to share them with you.
You could play hopscotch with our shenanigans.
You could.
No, I really shouldn't make that joke. Should I make that joke?
I don't know.
No.
You could even say that our stream is shenanigans vor.
That's a choice. Let's go ahead and move on to our next game, which is comment thread. Dan, do we need to update our visual? I feel like Inside Out stocks are down, Soul stocks are up. I feel like we might have to.
Ooh.
You're right. All right, we
Wow.
should get existential. All right.
We completely missed the Cocoa train, so now we're like, whoa!
All right. We just need one-word syllables, folks. If you got any of those, it's just lying around. Throw them in chat.
You did what I did.
Oh, I said one-word syllables instead of
Yeah,
one-syllable
yeah.
words? Yeah. Well, one-word syllables... Is that also not correct? Wrong, but correct?
I
mean-
can't prove you wrong.
Alrighty. Steve, I'm thinking of a type of pickle. It's also, I think it's not a common sauce that you see sometimes. And if you remember the Rugrats, that's not Tommy, it's the other one. What's his name? It's
you're thinking of dill.
Oh, that's right.
I'm thinking of little things that the government gives us to make us compliant.
No,
And-
you're thinking of a pill. I'm thinking of when I'm walking down the street, I slip on a banana, and then my kids end up fighting over something after the funeral because they want my house.
No. You're thinking of a will. I'm thinking of when you have almost zero of something, you use this as another way to say
No, you're
zero.
thinking of nil. I'm thinking of what my voice sounds like.
You're thinking of shrill. I'm thinking of when you're really talented at something and you've practiced, so you've acquired this.
You're
You fill
thinking
them
of a
out.
skill.
There we go.
I'm thinking the thing the duck doesn't pay when he leaves the fucking restaurant.
Oh, no, you're thinking of Bill. I'm thinking of that thing that Uma Thurman wants to do to Bill.
Oh, no. You're thinking of kill.
Right.
I'm thinking of the daytime TV show that Uma Thurman would go on because she wants to murder this guy from a doctor. This is
you're
his.
thinking of Phil. I'm thinking of what Dr. Phil's accent reminds me of when you go out into the country and there's a wide open field and you just have to plant your crops, but first you have to do this to that field.
Oh, you're thinking of Till. I'm thinking of. Oh, I got nothing. I was going to use Till too. Dang it. No. I'll be out.
Dan, I heard you say slip on a banana peel. I was like, spill. And then you had this whole complex story already set up. I was like, all right.
Did I already have it set up? Did I?
Oh, I was going to use Mill. Dang it.
All right, Steve, pick a new one syllable.
All right, Daniel. I'm thinking of a nice little, not a Danish, larger than a Danish, but a baked good that you fill generally with fruits like apples or pumpkin or.
Oh, you're thinking
berry.
of a pie. I'm thinking of that electronic store that is the best by full stop.
Oh no, you're thinking of Best Buy.
Yeah.
Okay. No. What I was thinking of was what happens to all of us at the end of our lives.
Oh, no, you're thinking of die. I'm thinking of what you do when someone that you like did die.
You're thinking of cry. I'm thinking of when you're not exactly telling the truth, but it's okay because your mom doesn't need to know.
Oh, no, you're thinking of lie. I'm thinking of when you're just lying at home because you're not doing anything because the thinking of interacting with people is too much and large parties and you just don't want to talk to anybody.
Are you thinking of of lie?
No.
Shy.
Shy.
Oh, dang.
He's shy.
Oh, dang it.
Got him.
Oh.
All
Wait,
right.
What was the word?
Shy?
Shy.
Shy. Oh, okay.
Wait, what is this?
Dan, when you said the electronics store, I thought you were thinking of FYE and that you pronounced it Phi. I was like, Dan, no.
That would be a real Dan move.
I would do that.
I know, right?
All right, Steve, get us going.
All right. I'm thinking of a very wiggly sea creature that is just like a big line.
Oh, you're thinking of an eel. I'm thinking of that thing that you catch when you see someone from across the room and, you know, you might have a crush on
you're
them.
thinking of a feel. I'm thinking of that thing that has some scenes in a movie all put together to make it or maybe multiple movies.
Oh, you're thinking of a reel. I'm thinking of the process of consuming a set amount of ingredients that you put together.
Oh, no, you're thinking of a meal. I'm thinking of the type of beams that jet fuel can melt.
No. You're thinking of steel. I'm thinking of when you have a boo-boo and it needs to get better.
Oh, you're thinking of a... I'm out.
You couldn't
Dan,
think
what
of
it-
heel?
Yeah, heel.
Oh my god, I was gonna use that one. Not when it gets better.
Oh man, I haven't been in the finals in so long. Ready to...
Can't wait to watch you get out.
Can't wait. All right. Alex, I'm thinking of the thing where if a fish ends up on land and it sort of bounces around, you could say that this is a different version of bouncing around.
Are you thinking of flop?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting because I was thinking of that sound that a horse makes with its hooves, usually on bricks.
Oh, you're thinking of clop? I'm thinking of that thing that bunnies do when they're not being murdered.
Oh, you're thinking of hop.
Mhm.
I'm thinking of that thing that axes do, hopefully not to bunnies, but we have yet to
Oh,
prove
no,
that.
you're thinking of drop.
I guess that
I'm
works.
thinking of the other thing that axes do that isn't as medieval.
You're thinking of chop. I'm thinking of what happens to a head when that axe drops or chops.
You're thinking of plops?
I guess that works.
Yeah, that works.
Sure, let's go.
I'm thinking of that damn red octagon that stops me from being in those Fast and Furious
Oh,
movies.
no. You're thinking of stop.
I'm said in the sentence, Dan. I think you're out, Dan.
I didn't. Did I say it in?
Yeah,
Oh, I
you said
did.
stop
No,
in the
I botched it. Oh man.
Always a bridesmaid, never a bride.
When you said plop, the word I was actually looking for was lop.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
When you lop off their head.
What? Plop does work. It does
Plop
satisfy.
does work, so I went with
brief.
To be fair, that was my third lifeline that round, so I deserve to be out of there. Oh man.
You already used your 50-50. You already used your
Yeah.
call.
Yeah.
Is Who Wants to Be a Millionaire still happening?
I think so.
I think
Yeah.
so.
Does
yeah.
anybody?
I think they got a new
Does anybody
host. I
watch
forget
it?
who it is.
Well, they definitely had to have gotten a new host at some point.
No, but a new host.
Oh, a new host. Got it.
Like, I don't know. Game shows are kind of like always kind of relevant, right? Like people like Family Feud. People like even, not their target demographic is like, oh, Family Feud is fun. Does anybody watch Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
I like
I
Who
don't know
Wants
what
to Be a
time slide's
Millionaire.
on.
I mean, I don't watch a lot of things, but I know like certain people do. Like my aunt is really into reality television, specifically like game show format stuff. So she loves like Survivor and Bachelor, Bachelorette, and Amazing
This is very
Race.
popular.
Oh,
I really like the British panel shows. That's where I spend. Because
Oh,
their
yeah.
game shows are great because they're just people having fun and none of the prizes are good and they don't matter. And like everything they do is just like hey, we're just goofing about for 40 minutes. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, British panel shows are the best.
Did I tell you guys how Max, Melissa, and I, and Jason, we went through all of the bachelors and bachelorettes from all the seasons to figure out which was the most attractive?
What a great use of 12 hours of your life, I'm sure.
My God.
I'm not necessarily proud of this, but it was fun, actually.
Yeah, we found out that season 2 man was the most attractive of all of them.
Wow, was this guys and girls or just it was like
We
one
went
big
through the
pot,
guys
or did you
first,
do
and then we
one
went.
and one?
We went through.
We
one
felt,
one.
yeah. For completion's sake, then we reviewed all of the bachelorettes.
What
But
about
in what
all
we
the Love
found-
Islands and all the other shows? Are you gonna do?
No, we haven't done that. We did find out that for the Bachelor series, they, at least in the very early seasons, they really were just looking for tall man, good jawline, and that's pretty much it. Oh, and is white. And that's pretty much their only things. A lot of them weren't even very attractive, but they did fit those 3 criteria.
Yeah. We also found out that of the rate of the Bachelor seasons and the Bachelorette seasons, there's a much higher success rate in the Bachelorette seasons of the couples still being together. So,
Wow.
what does that say about men?
See, this
Ladies.
is the problem. I want that database because now I want to run through the statistics of age progressions and race progressions and how that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like the kind of database I would have to use for one of my data science classes where we had to just make data visualizations of random databases that they gave us.
But it will
Exactly.
be said that a lot of the newer ones sort of are still together, but I think it's because they've had less time to get divorced.
Right.
So, who knows?
Toss it
Well,
into
I guess-
Tableau. Exactly, motion
Yep.
design.
Yep.
I've used so much Tableau.
Although, Dan, I guess it's pretty easy to create a hypothesis that any amount of time eventually yields in a divorce, right? It's just.
Are you
if-
counting death as a
theoretically-
divorce?
Well, no. I'm saying,
Okay.
if theoretically a couple had infinite time together, that there's really just probably a trending variable that eventually that couple will get a divorce. It's kind of like there's a theoretical argument that says any argument online eventually becomes about Hitler / the Nazis. It's just a matter of time the conversation continues till its eventual inevitability that it hits that point in the conversation. It's very 1 million monkeys, 1 million typewriters situation logicking. But
Yeah,
essentially
so-
that chart has to exist is what I'm saying.
Are you saying that
Hmm.
even marriages that lasted 80 years?
Yeah.
Where,
If you had to tack on another 80 years,
if they got bit by
theoretically,
vampires, or
the
something,
increased likelihood of a divorce can only go up after so much time, unless it's all sunk costs and maybe it trends downwards. Well, now there's a lot of backwards I'm
Don't-
thinking about.
Don't try to ruin my Edward and Bella relationship here, okay? Because you can't do that to me.
Well, if
Together
anything, we know
forever.
that imprinting makes a stronger relationship.
That's
Welcome
true.
to sunk cost marriage calculus.
Nihilism and whimsy. That's what we got on sale here. Let's move on to our next
There
game.
was a merch board request, and I threw that together real quick.
Oh, did
Alright.
you? It was quick. That was quick. Let's see it.
Welcome. Oh, I got it. Oh, jeez. It's still. Enjoy the merch from last week.
Oh, Mrs. Cavendish, I'm fine.
Ay, ay, ay. Just damn random. Short, simple, sweet.
Classic.
Yeah,
The 3
it's just a
S's.
Simple one.
Damn red octagon.
This feels like it's an anti mixed martial arts ad. That was the thing. Let's go ahead and move on to our next game, which is Gossip Line. And for a rare treat, Max is going to tell a story this week,
Ooh, you're
that's
all
gonna be-
mine tonight.
chock full of detail.
Okay, chock full.
All right.
You got it.
We gotta
Just
we gotta yell everyone else to get out of here first.
Oh yeah.
Bye-bye.
Get out of here.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
They're gone.
All right, everybody. We are. You know what? It's on me tonight. Any word you want, put it in the chat, and I'll take it for a suggestion. And we'll get this party started. Right, Dan?
Oh yeah, this is gonna be a party like no one's ever seen.
I'm ready for it.
Mm-hmm. We can't expect any more interruptions. That would never happen.
No, why would we?
No.
I don't get why you'd say that. All right, getting some good suggestions in here.
Some good Sudge. Could you abbreviate? Can we abbreviate suggestions as Sudge?
No, you can't. I've
Drop
decided.
some Sudge in the chat, everybody.
This is why we have the suggestions command. Okay,
Yeah.
there's multiple now. I should choose one.
We should make it exclamation point Sudge.
Suggestions is kind of long.
Yeah. Sudge is the good abbreviation. Has no
Okay,
right being
I'm-
3 syllables.
I'm gonna choose the very first suggestion. It's Paprika by Motion Design. Thank you so much for that suggestion. Thanks everybody for the suggestions. I guess first thought, best thought this time. Okay.
All right, and here we go. Hello?
Yo, Dan, what's up, man?
Hey, I'm just, sitting around looking at my new clock.
Cool. Yeah, I gotta get something off my chest. Is that okay? Are you busy?
No, time can stand still for me. I got time for you. What's up?
Okay. Hunger down. So I went on a date last night.
Mhm.
And it was really great. I started the day. I was so excited about it. I went out to the grocery store and I biked there. It took 13 and a half miles to bike there. So it took about probably about 3 hours to bike there, but it was worth it because this grocery store pulls out all the stops. It's called Nothing Drinks. It's called Nothing Drinks. And it's this grocery store that's pretty holistic. And it's in like New Jersey, but I figured biking there all the way was worth it. So I bike there and I get into the grocery store and they have everything set up pretty it's like a maze. It's like a corn maze. But you have to try and find things like very difficultly. So I'm going through this maze, and they even have like minotaurs. I mean, obviously it's not real minotaurs, but it's people dressed up as minotaurs to terrify you into getting your things more quickly because it's COVID and like you don't want to like stay in there for too long. So I don't find any of the ingredients I was supposed to find because it's terrifying to go here, but the experience is actually really fun. So then I run all the way to the end where I check out. One of the things I picked up a bunch of spices because that was really the best things that I could grab. And then I have to get back on my bike and start biking all the way home. And so I'm biking all the way home. Remember, it's 13 and a half miles. It takes me 3 hours to bike all the way home. And by this time, I'm hours late for my date because I spent too much time at the grocery store and it was a longer bike ride than I even thought. So my date wasn't there, because I just wasn't there to open the door for them. And that kind of sucked. But then I figured, hey, I may as well just call someone to have someone with the meal. And so I called my friends Lewis and Clark.
Wait. You're friends with Lewis and Clark?
Well, yes. Yeah.
Hold on.
Can I get into that or not?
No. Lewis, when you bring up Lewis and Clark, you know me, history buff. I have to call my professor immediately and tell them that I know Lewis and Clark, or someone by extension.
Right. Okay. Well, I mean, at least, are you gonna get back to me?
Yeah, for sure. Because I definitely want to meet them. Okay. But I need to tell them immediately. I'm gonna call my professor right now. Okay. I'll talk to you later. Okay. Bye. Professor, you there?
Hello?
Professor, hey, it's your favorite student, Dan. Hey, what's up?
Oh, you again.
Yeah, I just want to tell you a great story. You're really gonna like it. You're a history buff, and this is history happening right now. All right.
All right. Well, hopefully it'll get you extra credit because you definitely need it.
Okay, cool. So my friend Max, he had a date, so he needed to go get ingredients. So he biked for 13 and a half hours to this store called Nothing Drinks. It's a very holistic store. So when he went inside, in there, it's a corn maze to walk through to try to find your ingredients. And in that corn maze, he started to get chased by minotaurs, right? Because, you know, it's COVID. They want to move everyone along. They're not real minotaurs. I think they're just people dressed up as minotaurs. So then as they're going through, right, he doesn't find any of the ingredients he needs, right? So he goes all the way to the end. He checks out. And then he has to bike back the 13 and a half miles. So he's like late, right? He's several hours late to the date. The date is not there. No one's there. So he decides that he is going to call his friends, Lewis and Clark.
Was that it?
Yeah, Lewis and Clark, you know, they did, fuck, I should be better at history. Didn't they, like, discover California?
Yeah, yes. Well, I mean, I can ask them if this is true. Many people know them.
Wait. I was getting really excited. Do you know someone that knows Lewis and Clark also?
Well, no, I know Lewis, but I can also reach out to Clark if we need to.
I guess? I didn't know so many people knew them.
Yeah, they're pretty popular. I'm friends with them on Facebook.
Oh. Okay, well, I gotta go and friend them on Facebook and see if they'll accept.
Okay, well, I'll call them to see if this is true or not.
Okay, you do that. Okay, bye.
All right, bye-bye. Boop, 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 boop.
Hello?
Hello, Lewis. Good to speak with you again, old chap. I just wanted to check in with you. One of my history students was telling me a fanciful story about you and Clark.
Right, me and Clark.
I just wanted to check in and make sure that they've got the history correct.
Well, as I said to Clark when we were going around the bend, Saka Jawea it to me.
All
we
right.
were workshopping things back then.
I could tell. All right. So, my student's friend Max was on a date, and the date canceled, so he went to a grocery chain named No Drinks Here, which was really just a corn maze full of minotaurs. And what happened was, when he was there, he didn't realize that the date wasn't going to be there, so he was chased around by some minotaurs, and then he got on his bike and biked 13 miles away to a nearby gorge, which I believe you and Clark were researching at the time, and he asked you for help with the date because he was in a real pickle and he is very bad with women, and yes, because you're Lewis and Clark.
Right. Well, I remember that particular expedition very fondly, but I'm sure I'm a bit fuzzy on some of the details. You know, Clark was the one who took the better notes than I did. Let me call Clark up and see if he remembers.
All right, great. I will talk to you later.
Perfect. Let me give him a dial. Clark, are you there? It's me, Lewis, your famed adventuring buddy.
Oh, of course, Lewis, it's so good to hear from you.
Clark, we never do winter anymore. We should do winter more.
Oh, well, you know how it is. The cabins just get so much draftier and, well, I'm a busy man in the winter.
I know, next year, though. Next year, we're going to do winter again. Anyways, this is more of a business call than a pleasure call. Although with you, it's always the same thing.
Oh, Lewis, stop it. Well, what is it, old chap? Another Louisiana to purchase?
No, broke the bank on the last one.
Oh.
Anyways, a friend of mine who teaches history, you know, some men make it, some men teach it, no judgment. But a friend of mine who teaches history had trouble with a student. And I was hoping if you could remember part of our journey, it might inform, or deal with it, so to speak.
Oh, well, you know me. I've got a memory of a steel bear trap, but...
Oh, I remember. All right.
Without
further ado, let's just get into it, shall we? So my history teaching friend has a student, and his name is Max, right? And Max was going on a date, strapping young lad. He was going to a grocery store, but in Jinkies, this grocery store is actually a corn maze filled with minotaurs. Anyways, the poor boy gets stood up and he's being chased on his bike through the corn maze. Well, eventually something happens and he busts free and ends up in a gorge where you and I were doing one of our famed expeditions. Anyways, the poor boy is just sick in love and doesn't know what to do with himself. Oh, he's been stood up.
Oh, wow. That's horrible. I know what it's like to be lovesick out on the frontier.
Yes, you do.
You know, I think that what would do best would be if I give this young lad a call.
That is a strapping idea for a strapping young man.
Oh, stop it, you, Lewis, you. Well, it's been great catching up, and I do hope that we can meet again together and forge some new frontiers sometime.
And if not, I'll see you in winter. No, that's a promise.
Of course, of course.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye. Oh, how does this thing work? Ah.
Yo, Clark! Hey! Thanks for hanging out with me last night. That was so nice of you.
Hello there. Yes, of course, of course. Well, I'm a generous fellow, but so is my other fellow friend.
Yeah.
So, well, I've heard that you're in a bit of a spot, and I'd like to see if I can talk you through it just to make sure that I have my story straight.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for calling me up today.
Sure, here goes. So, there you were, going to the store, and then you found yourself in a corn maze with a date, but the date stood you up in the corn maze, and then you were being chased on your bike by minotaurs until you fell into a gulch, where you met myself and Lewis, and then we helped you, but you were still sad.
Clark, were you not listening when I told you all about this last night? Okay, I mean, I guess I can... I went to the store the day of to get ingredients for the date that night, but the store, Liquid Drinks, is so far away, I didn't make it back in time for the date, and I was hours late. But I didn't want all that good food to go to nothing, so I called up you and Lewis.
So you didn't get stood up. You were the one standing them up.
That's right. You guys kind of talked me through it. I felt bad about it, but I thought you were listening, Clark.
Oh, no, of course not. I was tracking a raccoon. Well, I'm afraid that Lewis and I are only men of integrity and will no longer be speaking to you from this point forward.
Okay.
Have a pleasant rest of your life. This just in, the news is being broken once again. I'm Justin.
And I'm also happy to be back.
Mm-hmm. Now, it seems that our story on the Atlantis delegation has had some leeway. We are going to go live to our in-the-field reporter to tell us more about this breaking story.
Hi, everybody. Hello, Justin, and also... this is Frank, and I am here in Atlantis to give you all the full scoop.
We're very impressed you were able to acquire a press badge when so few have been handed out. I'm told the Atlanteans don't want to talk to anyone who hasn't directed an Avatar movie. Care to comment on that?
Right, it's been really difficult to get close because not only do you have the bureaucracy of getting a press pass for media, to get the news on the new movie that's going to be coming out by James Cameron, but also we also have to get past the media passes into this geographical location as well. So lots of logistical hurdles to overcome, but glad to be here, in fact.
Now, Frank, be frank with us.
Mm-hmm.
The Shape of Water. Got it right? Got it wrong?
Oh, that's a good point. Well, I can't really necessarily speak to, but what I can speak to is the fact that these people are very welcoming and very, they've been fantastic to speak with. I hope to later at some point today be able to speak to one of their representatives in the Senate. Their Senate, again, no political affiliation, has been very vocal and outward facing towards the more dry world.
Interesting. I'm told that they've developed a number of unique words to describe us land folks. Could you go ahead and tell us a little bit about what you've learned from their vocabulary so far and speaking with them?
Right. While their lands might be incredibly creative and inspires the imagination, some of their vocabulary is not. Mostly they call us landies, dry-ease, sand-ease. Really not a huge variation, which is a little bit not encouraging specifically for James Cameron, especially if he wants to make a world-appropriate movie about this civilization. And after I've been speaking to some of these people around, they do have reservations about whether or not James Cameron will faithfully recreate the world in which they live. You know, a lot of their systems seem very foreign to us. Their Senate is not political, and the other things that you had mentioned prior.
Very interesting. Now, some scholars have speculated that the Library of Alexandria was actually attacked by Atlantis long ago and therefore sunken into the water by their own troops. Have you noticed any kind of signs or information pointing toward whether this is true or not?
Well, this is such a recent and large development. It has been slightly difficult to get an extremely clear basis on all the facts. It seems as though some of their government of the Atlanteans are in a little bit of a scramble because there is such immediate and widespread news coverage. Now, I've heard initial reports that the much of the seven wonders of the world have actually been conducted by the Atlanteans themselves. But there's also, speaking to some of the more folks on the street, they more consider that to possibly be propaganda perpetuated by the state itself.
Interesting. If you could just name very quickly for us, for the viewers at home, what's like 6 or 7 really cool, unique things you've seen since coming down there?
Right. Mostly they are, again, going to be architecturally based.
Sure.
A lot of their vocabulary is uninteresting. Their archways they have little air bubbles in them, so they don't connect to the ground, but they just call it an archie. No relation to the comic. Their Senate House is seats on the floor and on the ceiling because they're in water, but again, it's just called a senate. Finally, their streets are not necessarily paved with gold, but they are paved with sand dollars, which I actually did think was quite clever, but when I brought it up to them, they said that they had never considered the pun before. Finally, the last couple are, they have their transportation is seahorses, but it's not exactly the way you'd think. They hold on to the belly of the seahorse, and the seahorse twirls its tail to be able to perpetuate itself forward, and they kind of view it as a way to be culturally the baby of the seahorse. It's a more spiritual kind of thing for them.
Oh, we have just received word. Apparently, some of the Atlanteans have somehow gotten a copy of the new movie Aquaman. How has this been affecting the relations and the sort of negotiations that we've been trying to have with them? Are they upset, and do they know that it was not created by James Cameron yet?
Yeah, that's actually been a huge point of contention. I don't know how much I can actually speak of it because we've actually gotten pretty strict orders from the US government of how much we should be telling them about our filmic history. Now, they do know of the film. It's one of the first ones that we brought up before we got the order to speak less on it. However, they were very impressed with Willem Dafoe's performance, even though I thought it was just subpar. It seems as though that might be carrying it, but it seems as though high US officials are going to be having Willem Dafoe come down personally to Atlantis to be able to try to smooth things over. They were pretty unhappy with almost the entirety of the film.
Well, thank you so much for that in-the-field reporting, Frank. We'll have to check back with you later in the program, but now we've got to discuss some finer elements of what you can and can't bring on a submarine.
Thanks so much also.
All right. We got interrupted by the news again. Sorry about that, everybody.
Sorry, you can't control the news. It's just the news doesn't wait for anyone.
Yeah, that's weird that keeps
Because
happening.
we just kind of sort of go blank when the news like we just get a notification that we've been interrupted by the news. We can't like see what's happening with our stream or anything. So hopefully it's good news.
We don't even see the news. It's just
we don't actually see that news. So
People were pretty mad about this on Twitter earlier. They were like, "Hey, like Twitch, like you can't do this to us." But
I
guess like we're on the platform,
Yeah.
Rules. Alrighty. How's life, everyone? How we doing? Feeling good?
feeling great.
Saw some fun friends in chat there. Hey now, chat. How's it going?
Oh yeah. We got a raid. It was Philly in the crowd.
Yeah, I saw that. Thank you, Philly and Crowd, for being here.
Hey.
Love to see fellow improvisers on the stream. Always a good time.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Jagodo, thanks for the follow.
Hey, thanks for the follow.
Hey.
Appreciate it.
Giricore, of course you're a fun friend.
Yes.
And a friend who is fun. It's two things in one.
I finally hung up for Christmas. I received, my roommate Jason got me and Melissa a commissioned art drawings of our two cats as D&D characters.
Wow.
And we finally framed them and hung them up today, and they look amazing.
Dana, you can't just say that without showing us somehow.
Oh, God, stuff
You have like a picture on your phone.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
Dan goes and
Dan,
gets
go
them,
take a picture. Yeah.
while
go
Dan
do
goes and
it.
gets them, we have to try to speculate what class are his kittens.
I think they're both rangers. That's my guess.
Oh really?
No, I think one's a ranger and one's a rogue, if I had to guess.
I think Violet definitely gives me some rogue.
Oh, Violet's a rogue for sure.
Or a sorcerer.
I'll give you a little hint. One of them is a dual class.
Whoa!
Oh man.
Violet is a warlock rogue. That's my guess.
Oh, Violet's got some warlock, doesn't
It's
it?
definitely got some warlock. I think that's
Yeah.
where the magic vibes
I mean,
come
that
from.
feels like a wizard, maybe?
Yeah.
Our
I think
other
this is some
cat is
sorcerer vibes.
So you can go based off of what you think. I put them in the Discord off of clips, snips, and bits. So if you're not on our Discord and you don't want to see cool stuff,
Get in there.
This guy driving those conversions.
get in there.
Oh my
Whoa,
God.
these are so good.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He never actually told me the artists' names, otherwise I would give them promotion right now. But
Okay, so Violet is a rogue.
Yes, clearly.
Confirmed.
yes.
Yeah,
And then
you guys.
Minette
That was
looks
a pretty
like-
solid guess.
Is that like a druid cleric?
Yeah,
You're
I
close.
think it's like a wizard cleric or something.
Wizard cleric. Yeah, the wizard hat's in there.
We were told wizard monk.
Oh yes,
Oh, wizard
wizard
Oh, I
monk.
see the monk.
Sorry, I'm not
That's
trying
That's
to.
a
I'm
fun
not trying to
class.
correct you.
That's a
but-
fun
Yeah.
class. Wizard monk. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Hey, you should get the artist from your roommate and post that in there.
I'll text him right now and see if he texts me back, and then I'll post it underneath.
Amazing.
Because it-
Wizard
Amazing.
monk would be such an interesting class combo to play.
Well, it's funny you say that because my roommate is in a D&D game right now, and they play on Wednesdays. So on Thursday, when I'm just hanging out like between work, I'm like, "Oh, how was your D&D session last night?" And he said, "I think I'm gonna have to multi-class." And I said, "What? Like that seems weird." And he goes, "Yeah, but it's like story-driven. I'm a monk who's never really been in the world before. And one of the characters who is magical thought it would be funny to give me a deck of illusions and just make it appear on my pillow at night. So they like snuck in the room, put an illusion deck on the pillow, and when I woke up, his character's name's Craw. He's like, Craw was like, "What's this?" So he drew a card and a thing popped up. And he was like, "Ah!" And then he eventually figured out it was an illusion. But my character doesn't know anything about magic, so he thinks he made it happen. So then he kept like doing things, and the party kept making like effects happen when he was, and they were like sleight of handing it. And it's like, but now my character's done this thing where he's gone to actual wizards and been like, "Can you teach me more magic?" And I was like, "You're gonna multi-class because your character doesn't know it can't do magic." So,
Yes. Fantastic.
But we don't need to keep talking D&D. We can talk improv. So we're going to go ahead and play a game called Two Birds. The way this game works is Dan is going to be our boss tonight. Dan's in charge, just like he always is. And and what we're going to need is just a whole bunch of problems that Dan is going to have to solve, because Dan's the boss, and the highest paid person has to do the most work. That's how companies work. He said with a straight face. So these can be really small problems, like people don't know how to tie their shoes anymore, or these could be really large problems, like the International Space Station is falling out of orbit. You know, anywhere in between is great. But go ahead and put those problems in chat and keep them coming. We're gonna need a bunch of them. And then it's just Dan's job to figure out how to make them work. We're gonna give him 2 problems at the same time, and he only gets 1 solution. So
that's why they pay me the big bucks.
Well, they pay you the big bucks. You work the hardest.
All right, you guys got stuff in there? I'm not looking, so.
Yep.
Yeah, they're starting to come in.
All right. Another day. I wonder what's on TV. I only got all the way through the first 3 seasons of The Office yesterday. Let's see what I can do today.
Boss!
Yes? Where are you? Hold on, I need to find... There you are! Jeez, what?
Boss.
What?
Sorry, I'm just having a little trouble right now. The cactus that you ordered is having a little trouble social distancing. It's been following me all day.
Okay, that seems a little touchy-feely, but
Boss! Oh God, boss!
Oh.
It's terrible.
Oh no, what is it?
Oh, the
jeez.
standard issue company toe rings are giving everyone lead poisoning.
God, the lead poisoning, right. Look, I got this. Okay, so, what we should do is we should put all the toe rings on the cactus. They'll get lead poisoning, and then they'll slowly die. And this way, we can use the cactus as a martyr to everybody else so they know not to use the toe rings. And we'll work on ordering new ones.
Oh, okay, but we're not changing the company policy because I really like my company toe ring.
Yeah, are we gonna reorder new toe rings?
Yeah. We'll get new ones. We'll just make them out of of the cactus hide. There we go. All right, we go. Yeah,
That's
perfect.
why you're the boss.
No problem.
Yeah.
All right. If we could also just have different people come in at different times, that would be that would be great for me.
All right, let's go kill a plant-based coworker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jeez. That was close. But Cactus did sort of have it coming. He's been giving me pins and needles all night.
Oh, hey, boss! I got something to say. Is that a problem?
Oh, man, where the hell are you? Jeez Louise, you guys are all around. What? What is it? Max? Is that your name?
Okay, yeah, hey, that's me. We got a real problem. So there's this Christmas tree that we need to get rid of somehow.
Okay,
We need a Christmas tree that we need to get rid of.
Okay, and Tall Boy, you're also here. Do you have something to say?
What? Oh, yeah. I just found out the pyramid Earth, like the shape of the Earth being in a pyramid shape, it's real. That's what it's actually shaped like.
Oh, shit. So we were wrong about the flat Earth. We built our whole business model off of that. Okay, this is gonna need some recovery. Look, a pyramid isn't that far from a sphere. We can all admit that, right?
Yeah.
And if you just put more things on the outside of a pyramid, you could make a sphere, right?
Okay.
So, we take all the trees, we fill out the rest of the sphere spot that the pyramid doesn't really have going on. So that way we'll have a large sphere. Over a couple million years, no one will even know the difference. It'll just start to form the Earth as it is. So can we start to maybe employ some of those beavers that we know to make some sort of circular motion around the whole Earth? And we'll have to push out the stratospheres and everything too, but you guys can handle that, right?
Yeah, that could work. It's just gonna really throw off our flat Earth models.
Yeah. I think we should just embrace the sphere. No one will see it coming.
Oh, spheres. All right.
I know
You're the
it's
boss.
lame. What are we, damn liberals? All right, let's get out of here. Go get it happening. Okay.
Science
Okay,
sucks.
yeah, right away.
That was close. All right, are Pim and Jam married yet? Pim and Jam. Oh man, I shouldn't be drinking at work. Fuck, dude.
Boss,
Yes.
boss, I have a not really a big problem, but I made an action figure of you for my desk, and I just wanted to make sure that the eyebrows look good. Are they the right size?
Are they frilled down? Like you're wasting my time?
Boss!
Yes. What is it?
I've just been thinking a lot about koalas, mate.
No.
Just like a lot about
Stop.
koalas.
No. You know what happened to Brittany, the HR rep, when she started? You're on a dangerous path to quitting and going volunteering down in Australia. We cannot have that happen. Look.
Yeah, but they're so helpless and cute.
No. The helplessness is why they should be gone. From a business standpoint, we don't keep the small businesses up when we could simply sell them out, remember?
That's true. Businesses are like koalas.
Exactly. But look, I think we have a problem. You need to remember all the important things at this job here. Beard Boy, give me the action figure and give it to this one over here.
Here. Just make sure that you comb the eyebrows down.
Yeah, now you remember why you like this place, and you can also change the expression as much as you want, as it apparently has customizable eyebrows for some reason.
I was worried I didn't get them right. I want to make them adjustable just in case.
Yeah, you're right. Goofing off at work is way better than thinking about koalas.
Exactly. With that kind of spirit, you'll be CEO of this place as soon as I retire in no time.
Oh man, do you like The Office?
Oh man, it's my biggest personality trait.
Whoa!
Yeah.
We should grab a beer sometime after work.
We really should.
Why wait?
You know, you're right. I got beers in the koozie.
I like
All right.
Rack.
Get out of here, beard boy.
Oh.
All right, you both get out of here. Jesus Christ.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, I made it to the end of the office. I didn't even notice. I guess I had.
Boss man.
Oh, jeez. What?
Oh, you ain't gonna believe this.
What?
The Triceratops. They took over HR. They're everywhere.
Oh, jeez. We haven't had this happen since '09. Fuck. What did we do to solve that problem back then?
Boss!
Yeah. What is it?
You know Susan?
Yeah.
She keeps dropping WandaVision spoilers, and I haven't seen it because I'm still at work.
WandaVision. I don't even know why they made a damn sequel to the Fairly Odd Parents, but either way, I think we can bring this all together. So Susan, right? She doesn't have any respect for what people think, care, or dream of, right?
Oh.
So I think she would get along with the Triceratops, wouldn't you say so? So what we should do is should have Susan go up, say all the spoilers to the Triceratops. She'll eventually run out of breath, won't be able to say it to anyone else, and this Triceratops will want to stampede home so that way they can see if Cosmo is going to be in the show. All right? I think that's how we fixed it in '09, but who's to say? It was the 2000s, everyone did coke back then. I don't remember.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's a great idea, boss.
All right.
Yeah, we'll go get Susan to rile up them trikes.
All right. Get it done, or you're both fired and Susan stays.
Oh.
Okay.
Like
Bye.
the usual.
Maybe I should put that on instead of watching The Office over and over again. Maybe I'd learn something new. I don't want to learn anything new. See.
Oh my god.
A little trouble there with the buttons, Dan.
A little. No,
The setup didn't exactly match the
set list.
paper, the set list that we
The
had.
script.
We improvise.
That's all
It's
right.
all fine.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All good.
I want
Oh,
to see that gritty reboot of Fairly Odd Parents.
I didn't think about it until you said it. I was like, it kind of is the Fairly Odd Parents, isn't it? It kind of is Wanda and Cosmo.
Just because it's two
Yeah.
Wandas?
No,
Wait.
because they both have alternate, like, Like reality powers.
Wanda in Cosmos is Vision.
Whoa!
Wow, that's a word that could be associated with Vision.
What if you? Has anyone said like to learn through cosmosis before?
Just threw up in my mouth.
See you, Gamer Queer.
Bye, see you again.
Thank you so much for stopping by.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my
That
goodness.
reminds me of the one night where I had 8 cosmopolitans.
Mm.
I didn't learn anything. If anything, the opposite of learning happened that night.
I bet the
Fair.
day after you really Wanda die, right? Oh!
The same night, actually.
Oh! Cosmosis Jones. There we go. That's a good one.
Hey,
That's a good one.
Hey,
Well, you know, speaking of puns, we're gonna be playing the pun game.
we're all warmed up.
We're all warmed up now. We're gonna play a game called Swipe Right for all you single lovers out there. So go ahead and give us your nouns. Put your nouns in the chat. We'll take small nouns, big nouns, round nouns, clown nouns, town nouns, any nouns you got. We'll take.
Put your nouns in the chat.
Clown
This is-
nouns.
This is a stick up. We want all the nouns.
All you single lovers, so put your nouns up.
All right.
This is a stick up.
Oh!
Heyo, prop comedy.
Prop and pun comedy.
There you go. It's the best of both worlds. All right, we're gonna go ahead and start off with candy bar. Candy bar.
A date with me is like a candy bar. It's sure to be a Milky Way.
A date with me is like a candy bar. You would like the treat inside, but you have to get through the wrapper.
A date with me is like a candy bar. I usually bring along my friends, the Three Musketeers.
A date with me is like a candy bar. A lot of people prefer it without nuts.
A date with me is like a candy bar. It always ends with a crunch.
All right, we're gonna do a date with me is like marbles. A date with me is like marbles.
A date with me is like marbles because you'll fall in love.
A date with me is like marbles because there's a few short of a full set.
A date with me is like marbles, usually happening on or near a playground.
A date with me is like marbles. It's apparently way more entertaining for way more people than you might think.
A date with me is like marbles. It's a race to the finish.
A date with me is like marbles. There's more balls than you would expect.
Let's go ahead and do a date with me is like. Ooh, there's so many good choices in here. A date with me is like statistics.
A date with me is like statistics because I'm mean.
A date with me is like statistics because I'm trendy.
A date with me is like statistics. Everything you do will be going into a spreadsheet.
A date with me is like statistics because, while necessary, nobody really wants to do it.
A date with me is like statistics. Probably good.
A date with me is like statistics. No one really believes it exists.
A date with me is like statistics. For the first few dates, I like to keep it within a normal deviation.
A date with me is like statistics. I really set the mode.
A date with me is like statistics. Oh, you said it's not sadistic? Oh, then there's no similarities.
A date with me is like statistics. I didn't get enough in undergrad, but I went overboard in master's school.
A date with me is like statistics. I'm just looking for a statistically significant other. I'm I'm 95% confident I'll find one. Just don't ask about my p-value. All right.
Fucking dabbed on him.
Let's do a date with me is like the solar system.
A date with me is like the solar system because it goes round and round.
A date with me is like the solar system. You thought there was only one? No, there's actually 9.
A date with me is like the solar system. We're not gonna get along if you don't like my son.
A date with me is like the solar system and like statistics. You're brighter than a nova.
A date with me is like the solar system. Well, there's no one else around for a really long distance.
A date with me is like a solar system. You're gonna be asking why only one of them has a ring.
A date with me is like a solar system. Please don't talk about Uranus.
A date with me is like the solar system. All of the important stuff is under the belt.
A date with me is like the solar system. I'm going to be shouting about Pluto the entire time.
A date with me is like the solar system because I'm not afraid to meteor parents.
A date with me is like a solar system. I'm just trying to terraform you into the person I want you to be.
Oh.
A date with me is like a solar system because I will comment early.
A date with me is like the solar system. You don't even need a telescope to see my Venus.
A date with me is like a solar system. It has a little too much mercury in it.
You're ordering all the fish? What's happening?
Got the tuna steak.
Yeah. Let's do, you know what? Yeah, we'll do that. A date with me is like a salmon. It was suggested, so we'll roll into it.
A date with me is like a salmon. It's an uphill battle.
That's exactly, yep.
A date with me is like a salmon. It'll probably be a flop.
A date with me is like a salmon. We know it's there, but it's still a silent L.
A date with me... That's good.
Wow.
That's good. It's good.
Oh my god, Dan.
A date with me is like a salmon. I'm gonna get snatched up by a bear.
Ah,
Oh, okay.
you.
Yeah, congrats.
Thanks.
All right. We'll do a few, maybe a few more. A date with me is like a crossword puzzle.
A date with me is like a crossword puzzle. You're always looking for another word.
A date with me is like a crossword puzzle. I'm down.
A date with me is like a crossword puzzle. You think it's interesting, but it's really just a lot of squares.
A date with me is like a crossword puzzle. It's got a checkered past.
A date with me is like a crossword puzzle. Don't mention that I'm Will Shorts.
Date with me is like a crossword puzzle. Crossword puzzle. A whole bunch of vague clues with no real answers.
A date with me is like a crossword puzzle. I'm constantly asking my friends and family if they have any ideas or leads whatsoever.
A date with me is like a crossword puzzle because you'll find them both in the newspaper.
Let's do a
Date with me is like a crossword puzzle because I'm down for 69.
A date with
No.
a date with me is like a crossword puzzle because you look at it and be like, that'd be fun, and then you never start it.
Let's do a date with me is like a tattoo. We'll bring it home. Bring it home on this one.
A date with me is like a tattoo because it'll last with you forever, whether you want it to or not.
Date with me is like a tattoo. We get right to the point.
Date with me is like a tattoo. Really tiny needle.
A date with me is like a tattoo. I don't understand what all the buzz is about.
A date with me is like a tattoo. In 10 years, I'm probably just going to fade away.
A date
with me is like a tattoo. The white ones just don't look very good.
A date with me is like a tattoo. It always looks better in your head. A date with me is like a tattoo. Your go-to guy was busy, so you'll make do with me.
We'll end it there.
Good one.
I think that's the right place to end it. No!
Hello?
Hello, and welcome back to our breaking news story about the newly found Atlantis. I'm speaking today to a resident of Atlantis, and I'm very excited to be able to speak with this person. Could you please introduce yourself to the viewers at home?
Hi, my name is Reginald Fishy, and that is a very common last name down here, Fishy. What would you like to speak to me about?
Sure. Are you excited to be able to? Did you know of the land dwellers above before this meeting?
Know of them? We can't stop catching the shit you guys throw in the ocean. You guys couldn't make yourself more apparent if you were, I don't know, down here, which you currently are. Thank you very much.
Right. Now, you've also heard or caught wind of James Cameron's new movie that's coming out that's going to be focused around Atlantis and his new findings. How do you feel about that person?
James Cameron can suck a fishy dick is all I could say. Because think about it, right? You think that a land dweller's going to be able to make any motion picture that even portrays the things we go through in our daily life accurately? Think about the past movies he's made. Titanic. When does he start to stop caring about the ship? The second it's underwater? He could have kept following that story for years, but no, that's when the movie ends? Okay, I see where his priorities stand, and I'm not having it.
Right, I understand. Now, seeing that is the case, have you heard of any Atlantis or Atlantean movie makers that might be looking to collaborate with James Cameron? Do you know of any?
Well, we are excited that Guillermo del Toro is in the running to be working with them. You know, Shape of Water really was revolutionary. Finally got one of ours up there in the movies.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to stop you. Are you telling me that Guillermo del Toro is an Atlantean?
No. He just collaborates. You know, he really just understands a lot of people. But the fish guy that got to have sex with a human lady, yeah, he's one of ours, and we have pictures of him up in every bar that we have down here. I'll tell you that.
Right. Okay. That's incredible. Now, what do you do personally for work?
Well, I'm one of the members in the Senate. We really just try to make sure that we keep the water fresh, that we keep the Archies doing everything that they can do, and pretty much any way to keep the humans out of our vicinity, which you are currently still standing in.
Right. Well, you need to understand one thing about humans. It's that we're not going to listen to anything that you say, and we are likely going to attempt to milk all of Atlantis as much as we can for profit. With that being said, how do you think, being a member of the Senate yourself, how do you think that you're going to be interacting with the governments of the world? Of the dry world?
Well, the dry world sort of can stay where it is as far as we're concerned. We don't have any interest in joining your United Nation-y or whatever you guys call it. We're pretty interested in just staying down here. I mean, Atlantis, it scopes a lot of places. Have you even heard of, Tagady? That's a good ocean city. Or, Shelley, or
no, this is the first place that we've been to. It seems like
there are no others. I mean,
excuse me.
There's no other. You don't need to keep looking.
It sounds as though you were suggesting that that there are
No.
many other
You guys,
undersea.
you guys like space, right? Space is cool. You should
Oh,
go to
we love
space. Yeah, like space. Yeah, you guys should go there. That seems cool out there. You know, you don't know what you'll find out there. You should keep looking. It's so far away and takes so long. It's so expensive. Look there.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's true. We haven't been to space in a long time.
yeah.
That's a great point. Right. Well, perhaps just last question very quickly. Have you Atlanteans been to space?
Space? Yeah, there's a ton of shit out there. You guys should really go try to find it. We left you guys little notes, little heartfelt notes, and it'd be really rude if you didn't go try to find them.
You left them in space?
Yeah, they're out there. You know, there's this great planet called Planny. You should go to that one.
Planny? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but this is a breaking news story that there are Atlantean secret stories and notes that are in space, and that is certainly something that we are going to be looking for in the future. Now, you are currently getting breaking news coverage on Saddle News of the Atlantean discovery and the communique that has been happening between our two species. Stay right here for all of the breaking news, and thank you so much to you.
Sure, Frank. I hope you accidentally swallowed too much water.
Okay, back to you all. Thanks.
Oh, sorry, the news cut in again, but we're back. We're back.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
Wow.
That's really weird
That's
that keeps happening.
Yeah, I know, right?
Do you think Atlantis really does exist? Like if there were fish people around, they would come and take over.
No, that's all for just for views.
Like they would.
Steve!
We lost him.
Well, that's just what Steve clone are we on now? 46, 47?
So,
Yeah.
I'll hit the generator up again.
It's so hard to fit that Steve suit over the real life boogie we keep making. Why don't we just start making Steves? Why do we have to have boogie underneath? No one even knows.
Well, people, it's too expensive.
And now it's time for a brand new game. What's that? Ooh,
What?
who's on?
Wait, you're telling me those news interruptions aren't the new thing?
No, that's not. That's just extra work I made Dan do this week.
We haven't played any new games this week.
Yeah, that's
Not
not
yet.
a game. That's just news.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
the
just
news.
news.
Oh, right, yeah.
You think the news is a game, Dan?
No.
That's the information we give people.
Oh, yeah. No, you're right. Yeah, I'm sorry.
So I think this is I'm trying to figure out how much I want to reveal first off.
Well,
I'm gonna say almost nothing.
let's just say goodbye to Steve.
Yes.
Yeah,
say
goodbye, Steve.
Bye,
So
Steve.
this is kind of a guessing game. That's how that's what I'll say. So what we need is we're going
really
to
selling
be
this game to them.
really selling it.
Hard sell.
Let's
They'll
start it
soon
here.
enough.
Very excited. Just give us things that would be like fun images, right? If you were gonna commission someone to like do a full like Etsy painting for you, what would you want to commission for them, right? Let's not go totally overboard. Like if we're looking for like, if 0 is like no suggestion at all, and 10 is like Abraham Lincoln on a jet ski with 4 machetes. Like that's a 10. Like let's get like a 7 at that point, right? That's the kind of things we're looking for.
Like a thing with one detail. Pretty good. You know?
Exactly. Like the first 2 suggestions already very good. More of that kind of thought process, right?
Yeah.
Please don't bring back the foot of the roller
No,
skate.
I'm not gonna.
I can't unsee it.
Amazing. Yeah, keep those suggestions coming. We're gonna need 3 of them. All right, we're gonna need 3 of them. Love that Skittle Bean. I'll take that one, I guess. I'll take Pogo Stick Jesus. Yes, perfect. Let's get some more in here. You get no limits, chat. No limits.
Shake
Perfect.
the bindings off.
Perfect.
Take off the
Jogo,
cuffs.
Jagodo, Jagudi. Max, I think that one's all you. A fish flying a plane.
Fish.
What was yours, Dom?
Mine is gonna be Pogo Stick Jesus.
Okay. I'm gonna try to put these. I'm gonna try to impromptu put these in the scene because I realize they are not.
Perfect. Lindsay, I think that's exactly correct. Alex, yours is gonna be Pizza Rat in a raincoat.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Yeah, of course, naturally. All right, Dan. I'll give you. You want us to vamp, or you good to go?
Do you think we need them on there, or you think they'll know?
Yeah, I think you guys can remember.
Okay. Then I won't waste my time.
Alrighty.
All right. Steve.
Oh boy, another day of doing tattooery, as I am a tattooist at the finest tattoo parlor that's ever been in business. Now I should probably review the tattoos I gotta make today before they come in.
Hey, I'm already here. How's it going?
Hello, you're a bit early.
Hey, happy to be here.
Yeah, always happy to have customers in early. Now, yeah, I just finished up reading your email about what you wanted on your back.
Right. Let's go ahead and get started.
Yeah, let's get started. Why do you want this kind of tattoo?
Oh, I want it because I think it's going to represent all of the things I hold important in life, really, right? The big man upstairs, bless him, and of course, unadulterated adrenaline. Those are the two things that I hold most important in my life. I was kind of all over the place with getting this tattoo. Lots of up and down. Really, we couldn't get my mind wrapped around it, but I think I'm ready to jump into action. Finally, just pull that trigger. It was like pulling nails, but here we are.
Yeah, well, tattoo's a lot of decision you got to make there.
Yeah, I just think it's important that we take these things with us as we go forward in our life, in our eventual next life, and maybe the life after that. I don't know. I didn't finish reading the book. But I'm high on life. The adrenaline's running through my veins, and I'm just ready to set some records.
Yeah, I know. I get that, and that's why I really like what you proposed to me for your tattoo. And quite frankly, I think it's beautiful. It's gonna be very beautiful when I'm done with it.
I just really want to make sure you capture the likeness, right? Like, really make sure that if someone looks at it, they're like, I know exactly who that is, and I'm excited to see them on your back.
Yeah, I get that. I'm very good with people designs. And
See, I was worried about that because that's such an organic shape. Right. And then the other thing the vehicle is such an inorganic shape that I thought, it was hard to find someone who was talented enough to handle both of those at the same time, especially with the really dynamic posing that I sent you.
Yeah. Now I just I'm making sure I got the posing right here, and just getting all of the finery details ready. And this is everything that you're holding dear.
Absolutely. I'm so excited. You've been tattooing a long time?
Yeah, I've been basically since I finished art school.
You ever tattoo a holy man before, or is this a first for you?
This is probably a first for me. I mean, but we all gotta start somewhere, You gotta get to know people and expand your horizons. Am I right?
Absolutely. How you looking? Were you close to finished, or what's going on?
It's coming. It's very good. I'm finishing the deer right now.
The what?
Yeah, everything you hold dear.
Oh, dear God, I think you mean, right?
Oh, yeah. I also drew the big man upstairs.
Oh, well, that's good. As long as he's in the picture. That's all
right.
that matters.
Yeah, everything that you asked for. All of the adrenaline pumping, all of the big man upstairs, and you're holding all of it.
All right, I can't wait. I can't see it because it's on my back, but I'm gonna go show my boys at the meetup. We're doing some Bible study. They're gonna love it.
You're gonna love it when you see it.
All right, appreciate it. Have a good one. Bless.
Oh, whew. Okay. Well, I've got about 48 hours until he figures out that I didn't draw what he wanted me to draw. But at least I got some time now to prepare before the next one. All right, let's...
Excuse me?
Hello!
Hi, I know I'm a little early, but, could we go, earlier than my appointment? Sorry.
Yeah, I just finished reading your email about the very specific tattoo.
Oh, you did? That's great, because I have a really specific vision about how I want mine to go.
Okay, well, I just wanted to clarify a couple things with you, and what specifically makes this your vision?
Oh boy, well, so there's air and there's water, and a moment I had when I was on some LSD last week was that there's no difference, right, from air to water. They're both things that we glide through. So I wanted this tattoo to be able to join those two spheres, and so that's why I wrote you that entire essay. While I was still in my
very interesting.
You read the whole thing? I know I went on some non sequiturs, but what I was talking about aeronautics and about wildlife and how those two can come together. I saw it so vividly in my mind that I really want it to come out exactly that way, in my mind's eye, you know?
Yeah, and I'll get it looking like that for sure, because I'm a professional here.
Yeah, thanks so much, because I've gotten other tattoos before, and people have kind of always kind of bashed my kind of weird sense of how to do things. You know, they would never read my essays. They said that they were all nonsensical. The things that I wanted to get as tattoos would make them really question the reason why I wanted to get the tattoos in the first place. And I just really appreciate the fact that you took the time to hear me out and do exactly what I wanted.
Yeah. I mean, the conjunction of the difference between water and air and how they're actually the same thing. I mean, that's really something that I kind of figured myself. Yeah. And honestly, I think all of the elements are actually the same if we think about it.
Wow, that's interesting. Oh, so like fire and earth as well?
Yeah, if you think about it.
Ooh. How far are you on that tattoo, actually?
I'm doing what you requested of me.
Okay, good. Do you have time after this one, maybe to get a second one in where I can say that fire and earth are also the same?
Oh, I'm taking a little bit of creative liberty here with that. I figured that's what you wanted in your essay, which I have definitely read.
Okay. Wow, you must have... Are you like a literary scholar? Because I feel like a lot of my ideas were pretty dense in there.
I mean, I got the spark notes of it.
Oh, okay, right. Yeah, so the one place I did leave you a little bit of leeway is the fact that the wildlife really was the resemblance of the element water, but I let you decide, you know, what fish exactly you wanted to use.
Yeah, and because of that, I figured we're gonna use a very air-like fish, because that's the one because water and air are basically the same thing. That's what you told me not too long ago. Right,
yeah, a very air-based fish. Which one did you go with, actually?
I went with a manta ray.
Oh, okay, cool. So there's just a manta ray in it.
Specifically because they're like flying fish.
Right.
The wingy flappies.
How is the manta ray gonna be flying the airplane?
Oh well, obviously he's got a very little airplane that he's in control of.
Oh, okay, right, okay, cool. I guess that makes sense. Sorry, I don't want to like do too much. I don't want to like backseat, drive this tattoo. But I had such a specific vision that I wanted to get.
Yeah, no, I get that. I get that a lot. So don't you worry. He's doing real well driving that airplane.
Great. Ooh, actually, I'm getting a little bit sore. Are you almost done?
I think I'm done. This really, from your email, it really captures everything that I've read.
Okay, all right. Hey, again, not many people go the extra mile. Thanks so much. I really appreciate you seeing my vision.
Yeah, no worries. And tell your friends.
All right, I can't wait to turn around and check it.
Yeah, me too. Just do it outside of my store.
Sure, bye.
Oof. That was concerning. Anyway, I guess now I've got some free time to myself. I might as well catch up on some emails. All right, let's see who's next here. Mr. Phillips.
Hey, yo, knock knock.
Oh, hello.
How's it doing?
It's doing good. You're early as usual.
Yeah, it's my big day.
Yeah, such a big day. Your 12th birthday. It's exciting.
Yeah, real excited about this one. Yeah, man. So I hope you read over the details that I wanted for this.
Yeah, I read all of the emails today.
All right. Yeah, I figure, New York is just such an iconic place. I really wanted, like, the most iconic symbol of New York to be just front and center,
Yeah, and I'm gonna do that for you because I'm the tattoo guy.
Yeah. I figured, I thought about it and I was like, yeah, monuments are great and everything, but that's not, monuments ain't for me, I wanted something that really represents the spirit of New York, the real, the life and soul of New York,
Yeah, the life and spirit soul.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. But hey, I mean, you read it all. You know how much I love the springtime too, so I needed to make sure that was in there.
Yeah, springtime. I get the flower arrangements.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool that the street vendors have like flowers all over the place and everything. But I mean, I'm talking about like just the spring weather is the best,
Yeah, like the rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain.
Oh, well, I don't know about Spain. Seems like a pretty shitty place if you ask me, but New York. Oh, New York is where it's at.
Yeah, the rain in New York is wonderful this time of year.
Oh yeah. Well, I love the rain, I really do. But I gotta keep dry, you know what I'm saying? You gotta make sure that you don't you're soaking wet when you're in the rain,
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta keep under like an umbrella or something under the rain.
Yeah, I mean umbrellas are pretty good, but then you gotta, put it in your hands and that's never really fun.
Yeah, I always thought there should be something better to keep the rain off of you.
Exactly, right? Something that you could just keep on you like a protective shield all over you or something,
Yeah.
So I don't so I can keep my hands free for like eating pizza or talking,
Yeah, eating pizza.
Yeah. But hey, I know you love this animal as much as I do. When it comes to New York, it's just there's nothing better about this guy,
Yeah, and I'm working on the rain here. I'm getting a real angry kind of rain because that's the only kind of rain in New York.
Oh, yeah, you know it. That rain really represents New York in every way. But hey, I hope you nail the details for the protection against the rain. I think that's the part that I'm looking forward to the most.
Yeah. See, you need to get the splooshes right of the raindrops on the protection.
And you gotta make sure that his ears are like covered by it,
Yeah, he got wet ears.
Yeah, and that's just, that's classic New York.
Yeah, classic.
The big ears and like the nasty little tail. Oh, it's just iconic,
Iconic. Yeah, you got a nasty little tail here.
Oh man, how's it looking? How you feeling about this? I'm excited.
I'm feeling real good. I think honestly, I might start a cult.
How's the slice look though? That's the important part.
The slice is I'm putting some pepperonis on it right now.
Perfect. I love the pepperonis.
The pepperonis are the main point, and I'm just making it a little wet right now. Just a little more wet.
Hard to keep out of the rain.
Yeah, the
Especially
rain.
if the rain like comes down in the subways,
Yeah. Yeah, well, here we go. All right, that looks pretty good.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I know you did this tattoo right. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, I'm excited for you to see it. Just go home, put a shirt on, and don't look at it until you're 35.
All right. Take it easy, huh?
All right, you two.
Hey, I'm walking here out of the tattoo shop.
Yeah.
See.
Was that Kermit the Frog? That most iconic New Yorker.
New York icon, Kermit.
Well, you see, I started drawing the base of the Statue of Liberty.
I saw that
And then
part.
Alex said, no monuments, and I went, cool, this is gonna be Kermit.
What a pivot. Oh man.
I hope you enjoyed our new game. It was a lot of work on Dan's part, I assume.
Yeah, Scoop. The secret is I never did graduate art school.
We're gonna roll right into our next game because we're almost out of time here tonight. But we're gonna need some genres. So if you've got genres, we want to take them off your hands for you. Genres can be heavy; they can weigh you down, and in these trying times, you need a friend who's willing to take a genre from you once in a while. So if you got some genres, let's go ahead and see it.
We want the genres. We want the genres.
The genres. We want the genres.
Just Six Flags theme song genre.
Amazing.
Oh yeah.
All right, I'm gonna start giving them to you. You ready?
I'm ready.
Dan, you're gonna be doing Netflix comedy special.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Have fun with that. Steve, I'm just gonna give you high fantasy.
Ooh.
Thank you, Crazy Zony. Alrighty. Let's keep them coming. All right. Well, where did Max go? It's like we're doing a show here. He ran away.
He's like, don't give me haiku, please.
It's like haiku is gonna be easy.
Too easy. Alex, we're gonna have you do teen horror. Oh, teen horror. And then when Max comes back, we'll have him do. There he is. Max, we're gonna have you do a instructional karate video.
Oh, my favorite.
That's what you get when you leave. I pick a hard one. Oh, very good. Very good. Thank you all for your suggestions. But now we need one more to get started. What's the title of this story? It can be anything you want, and I'll pick whatever tickles my fancy the most.
Tickle.
Oh, my fancy.
You know, like last year, last week, how we had Yoink, My Dear Dude as the title.
Yoink, My Dear Dude.
Another honorable mention was Yeehaw Meemaw.
Yeehaw
Yes.
Which we did name that. That's what we named the whole stream on our YouTube channel, where we do upload all of our VODs. So if you ever want to peep those.
Oh, yeehaw mima.
I'm actually mad now that I haven't seen a t-shirt with a mummer on it that says, well, whatever tickles your fancy. Because there's a mummer called a fancy brigade.
Oh. Interesting. We're going to call this one Greek Licks. Thank you, Jugadoo. Jugadoo.
All right.
Keep it phonetic.
I feel like it's
Jogo. Jogo. Godo?
Jagodo?
Jagodo.
Jagodo?
Go.
I would say it's probably either Jogodo or Jogodoo.
Oh,
Jogo or Jogo do not. There is no
Jogodo.
try. Mo Jogodo.
All right.
Love it. Let's start Greek Licks off with some... Forget all the ones I gave you. With some high fantasy.
In the ages past, upon the stony hill of Avalon, there lived a civilization of people who were themselves the children of men. They grew their civilization from the ashes of the third conflict in order to rise above. And
Teen
so
horror.
I personally, as the new prom queen, am going to make sure that I will rise all the way up to make out point and just have the best prom night ever. Johnny and I are going to be up there in his cool new convertible, and I want all of you to know.
Comedy special.
So there's this guy Johnny. I'm seeing him, right? And he's, you know, what do we even say about Johnny? You know, he's got looks that killed me. We were there at Makeout Point, but I think we should call it, well, we should really call it Makeout Lane, because we have places to go. So as we're up there, Johnny, he brings out one of his little weeds, and I'm like,
Karate
weed?
video.
So, the weeds were taken out of the pocket, and they're placed into the hand of our young heroine hero. She had never taken a weed before, but she tried it on that night, and she was very confused.
High fantasy.
For the substance had infected the mind of the poor maiden. She reeled back as the intoxicating odors and overwhelming powers over the senses ruled over her, and her accomplice was there the whole time, reeling in his own right.
Comedy special.
He just kept going on about how, why don't we legalize this shit, you know? Like, I mean, it's been long enough. You know, I hate jumping over state borders just to get a little grass, but don't we all hate that? I mean, geez, this is ridiculous. All right.
Teen horror.
While Samantha and Johnny were enjoying their time in the convertible car, little did they know that someone was stalking in the bushes close by.
Karate video.
The person in the bushes came out and said, "Give me your money." And Samantha said, "I won't give you my money." And then Johnny said, "Don't give him your money." The man in the bushes was none other than the devil.
Teen horror.
Satan drew a giant pitchfork and immediately lunged it right into the chest of Johnny. He's
Fantasy.
And lo, Jonathan was cut down in his prime, reeling from the substance in his mind.
Horror.
Oh my god, dude, you stabbed me in the
Fantasy.
chest, bro!
Oh, my love, forsaketh thee, for I shall come back unto your night.
Netflix.
I mean, they were all gonna go to hell anyway. Have you seen their Instagram feeds?
Video. Karate.
The correct thing to do here would not be to take the spear out, for that would increase the bleeding. You should put pressure on it and then remember to punch through the face.
Horror.
Devil.
Samantha went to try to start the car to get away, but it just wouldn't start. She kept turning the key and it would just go.
Comedy special.
You know, the car always works, except when you need it to the most.
Fantasy.
And so, with her ride forsaking her, she ran for her life. And thus, the mist swirled around her feet.
Karate.
See, Samantha was on the top of a mountain, symbolizing her dedication and discipline to her craft. While running down, it was as though she gave up on all of her determinations.
Comedy.
And when she got down to the bottom of that mountain, ended up in the back of a 7-Eleven, which I'm too familiar with, to be quite honest. And she looks back and the devil, he wasn't even there the whole time.
Teen horror.
She huddled up behind a Greek froyo machine, and as she stayed there completely silent, the door opened. Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. And slowly, she heard the clopping of hooves through the 7-Eleven. I know you've sinned at the top of that hill, and I'm going to make sure that sinners go to hell. And Samantha went to try to cry, but she held herself back, and she just stood there silently. The devil's head peered around the corner and appeared right next to her, but looking in the other direction. He then slowly turns his face and then backs away. And Samantha thinks that she got away from him, that she managed to hide. But suddenly, out of nowhere, a giant pitchfork just crashes down right in front of her. She screams and then runs out the front door of the 7-Eleven. She's running down the street, but she only has one shoe on now, so she can't run very fast. The devil is just slowly walking behind her, laughing, cackling with flames coming out of his mouth. She can't get away as much as she tries and as much as she runs. It seems like every time she turns a corner, he's there in front of her, and she has to double back to a different corner. Eventually, she makes it back to the 7-Eleven that she started from, and she had to remember the karate moves that she knew all this time. She stood her ground and began to take a stance as if she's going to strike against the devil. The devil slowly walked up to her, and right as he's about to hit her with his pitchfork, she grabs the pitchfork out of his hands and then stabs him right in the face with his own pitchfork. He lets out a giant scream, "Gah!" and flames start engulfing him from everywhere. Suddenly, Samantha begins running, pitchfork in hand, and she soon realizes that the only way to get rid of the devil is to kill the devil and send him back from whence he came. So, Samantha goes back to the car where Johnny's body laid. She gets the blood of Johnny and smears it on the ground in the shape of a pentagram, and then she waits. The devil, still licking flames and wounds around him, clods his way up the hill to the car. Eventually, he stands right in front of her, with his hand on the bumper, telling Samantha, "There's no way you'll get away from me and your eternal punishment." And Samantha says, "Well, that's where you're wrong, because I like punishment." And then she stabs the pitchfork into the pentagram. Suddenly it bursts with light, and a choir sings out, and the devil screams and shrieks. He begins to melt and sizzle away, and slowly he drains himself and his energy back into the pentagram. Samantha stands there in silence with smoke and steam all around. She can hardly see through everything that's around her right now. She's leaning on the pitchfork and just panting heavily. She thinks that it's over. It seems like it's finally over.
Comedy special.
And then the horse comes back and says, "I thought you liked horse girls." And he kicks her and she dies.
The end. Oh, wow. What a story. Greek licks.
What a story.
Uh-oh. Thank you all for joining us on another segment of The News. Here on Show and Tell Live, today marks a special anniversary. It has officially been 4 years since we discovered the lost city of Atlantis, and our top scientists have yet to find any of the notes they left for us or the planet Planety. We've wasted thousands and thousands of millions of dollars and lost several human lives in the process, but the search continues.
While NASA has declined to comment, the Navy says, "Ha ha ha, we told you so, you idiots."
Unfortunately, our budgets are locked in, so for at least another decade, we will keep searching for these nodes. We tried to go back and interview the Atlanteans again many years later, but they had moved locations.
As we all recall, the statements from our president those 4 years ago were, and I quote, "It is important not only that we discover the frontier of space, but that we discover the frontiers found by the frontiers below the deep depths of the ocean. While we have yet to discover any of those frontiers left for us by the Atlanteans, we are sure that they are out there, and it's only a matter of time before we find those notes."
We had hoped to have learned more from our time with the Atlanteans. We tried to make Congress less political. Unfortunately, that backfired. Though a bill was passed, and we do now call them Archies.
While it is unclear exactly to what extent we will be able to communicate and, in fact, work with the Atlanteans, one thing is certain, and that is that the world economic stage will be different, and we're all going to have to get used to that lifestyle.
Absolutely. And James Cameron has officially announced his retirement on the 4-year anniversary. So good willing and enjoy the rest of your afterlife.
Thank you all so much for joining us. We hope that this has been an informative night of breaking news.
Thank you.
See.
And that's our show! We did it! Whoa!
Oh, jeez, Louise.
Oh, jeez.
Scoob, thanks for the bit, Scoob.
Oh, thank you so much, Scoob.
Thank you.
I've got a question, Dom. If we're done our show,
yeah,
that means we went a week without canceling bullshit. We did it!
Yay! We did it! Thank you all for being here. Thank you everyone who rated. Thank you for everyone who stuck around from the end crowd. Thanks for everyone who stuck around from Zen. Yeah, thank you everyone for just being here. And appreciate it. Come back every Friday. We do more games, so we mix it up. We have a whole set list of different things that we like to do. Join our Discord. We do a lot of picture games sometimes, so if you can submit weird images, then we'll put them into the game somehow and figure out a way to justify that. Otherwise, come back Tuesday. I don't know what we're doing yet, but it'll be weird and wacky and fun, and who knows? Keep an eye out for more random game streams as well if you want to come play with us and do that kind of stuff as well. Yeah. We're gonna go raid a channel called Prospecting Tonight. It's two folks who are hanging out in a green screen cabin, and it seems like they're having a good time. So we're gonna go join them for that. Trying to make some new friends. It's not time to watch more shrimps. Although 24/7 shrimp is always up, so you're welcome to go figure it out yourself.
True.
But before we do that, we're gonna end stream the way we end. Oh, one more thing of news. So as many of you know, we did not win our last 60-minute madness, and the punishment for that was an ASMR stream. We had to talk about it. We think the only way to really do it justice is to do 5 solo ASMR streams.
Oh god.
So we're not going to coordinate with each other. We're just going to each do our own thing, and you get 5 at least an hour-long ASMR streams, one from each of us. And we're going to be doing those. I think currently the plan is every Thursday in February. So
February,
right? So remember, you all made this happen. It's totally your fault, whatever happens as a result of it. But yeah, now before we go on our lovely raid, get those brickos ready. We have to end stream the way we end every single stream. Max, how do we end every single stream?
We end every single stream. It's weird because we just announced it now.
Yeah.
But we end every single stream trying to figure out how to combine the words ASMR and February.
Yeah, every single time.
Yeah,
It's what
every
we do
single
every
time.
single
We
time.
do it. Yeah.
So thanks for being here, everyone.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I
Tune
think
in,
Alex
tune in
threw
for
the
A's.
I think it's
60-minute madness, so we'd have to
Feb-
actually do this.
and
Summary.
February.
Sanctuary.
Summary.
USSR.
Feb.
USSR.
Febsamar.
Virus.
ASM. Febramar.
Subaru.